Hey, I'm Elmo.
Hi, I'm Nikki,
Hi, I'm Francis,
and we're three of the animators here at Kiri and Lou Studios.
and we're going to talk to you today about some tips about how you can bring your animation to life.
What shall we do? What shall we do? It's time to have fun with Kiri and Lou.
The first idea I'm going to talk to you about is the idea of how much do you move it, which is a tricky question because there's no real answer to that. It's a bit like saying how long is a piece of string. The very general rule is if you move your character in tiny little increments, it'll move very slowly. And if you move it in larger amounts, it's going to move more quickly. So if you start moving something in very small amounts and then you move it in larger and larger amounts, it's going to feel like it's speeding up. And if you start with large increments and you move it in smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller ones, it's going to feel like it's slowing down. If you want your animation to be dynamic, you have some slow movement and you have some fast movement, and it keeps your animation really lively and also can be very humorous.
What was that?
Gust of wind.
Another key idea of animation is squash and stretch. It's a fun one, but it's also a really important thing to think about when animating characters or even just everyday objects. That's usually used to show how much volume and force is behind an object. For instance, if you throw a ball at the ground, a good way to show how fast it's going is to stretch it out for a frame or two. And when it hits the ground, you can squish it for a couple frames and then have it ping back up to its normal size. It can also be used to show, for instance, if a character's running really fast across a landscape or something like that. You would have them stretch out. They can't physically do that in real life, but in an animation you can do whatever you want.
Ready, set, go!
Wow! She's fast.
One technique that I really enjoy using is one called anticipation. It essentially means the preparation for your action. So instead of just going up, we go down a wee bit to wind up, and then we go up. And it gives your animation a bit more punch.
I wonder.
One of the beauties about animation, one of the reasons to animate something rather than just film it in life, is that you can exaggerate reality. You can make something move super slowly or faster than it could ever move in real life. And often it's the exaggeration of reality that can make something really funny or actually really, really sad. So don't be afraid to really exaggerate. Often if I'm animating something and I feel like, oh, maybe I've gone too far here, 9 times out of 10, when I watch it back, I'll go, oh, I wish I pushed it a bit further. So you should be set to bust into your own animation projects. I hope you found these tips useful, and bye from the team here at Kiri and Lou.